What's going on, my fellow troops? My name is Xavvo, and welcome back to a brand new video. So you clicked on this video looking for a fast strategy to get your elite kills done for the Nebula Camo as efficiently and time I don't even know what I'm trying to say. As quickly as possible, damn it. Getting as much of them done in such short time. Well, I've got you covered. Because, yes, you might have seen that I had one of these videos already for Liberty Falls, and that was supposed to be the quickest technique. But there actually is a quicker technique, and I think it's been kind of known for around a month, maybe a little bit more than that. I'm just honestly kind of late to it. But anyway, we're just going to get straight into this, and we're not going to waste any more of your time. I'm just going to quickly show you the loadout, just so I can actually show you that I am starting from a fresh weapon, and I can give you completely within this video a full and realistic mapping of how long this will actually take me to do this on this weapon. So as you can see here on the Cypher 091, I've actually got the Nebula Camo ready to start doing, and it says I've got 10 elite zombie kills to get on this weapon. I've done no progress so far, so I'm going to try and add it to track. I don't even know what's happened to the tracks in this game, to be honest, so I guess we're just going to have to count. It'll probably just be in the game tracking as it is, so we probably won't have to worry about that. This is where the key information comes in about which map you're going to want to be on, and generally just the mode you're going to want to be in. And this actually does help because it means I don't have to explain as much. But the first thing you actually have to do for this strategy is you want to be in directed mode. Do not go in standard. The reason is because directed mode will put a round cap on your rounds at certain points in the game, which actually makes it so that zombies can't keep spawning in bigger and bigger amounts as time goes on. And it also means that when you're at a certain point of this strategy and you're using the strategy, the round's not going to keep progressing. It's just going to stay as the same round in the top corner. It's going to make this a lot easier, especially because it's going to show you just how to do the Easter egg for anybody who's never done it before. And granted, you will know where to stop if you've done this at least 1 or 2 times. You'll just follow the Easter egg until you know where to stop. So that's the first thing. Go into directed mode. Then I'm just going to go into solo. It doesn't really matter if you want to do this with friends or not. It'll probably be better to do this on your own. Maybe if you want, you know, friends to help you take the damage down on the elites and then you get the kill. That is probably a pretty good way of going about it. The next thing you want to do is go to Shattered Veil. This is the map you're going to select. So directed mode, Shattered Veil. We've got that all clear for you guys. Okay, so we're going to click start. And what I'm actually going to do when we get into the game is I'm going to start timing it. So I have a stopwatch and I will put it on screen when we start the game up. The timer is going to be in the corner recording the actual in-game time, and the video will be shorter just to make things more enjoyable for your watching experience. So we're going to time the overall time it takes me to do this, and then we'll time how long it takes to just get the camo and all that good stuff. So here we go. I'm going to start the timer now. If you're using a more, like, strategic weapon, like a melee, this will probably take longer just because you're getting essence at a slower rate and you're having to progress through the map at a slower rate. That's just something to keep in mind, but I am using an assault rifle, which is kind of a, you know, mediocre, typical weapon. So it's kind of a fair middle ground, I'd say, for judging how long this will take, roughly. Alright, let's open this door. You also do want to make sure along the way, it should be a no-brainer, but obviously upgrade your weapon's rarity. Don't just upgrade the weapon's pack-a-punch level, because rarity makes a huge difference, especially as you get into, like, round 15, round 20 onwards. You really notice a huge difference jumping up from, like, let's say, no rarity or green rarity up to, like, blue, purple, or gold. So definitely keep track of that as you're going. You can actually increase the salvage that you're getting, by the way, for anybody who's new, by having certain attachments on, like, the suppressors and stuff, like muzzles. There's certain muzzles in the game that will actually say in their pros that they will give you additional salvage drops. And also, if you manage to get to, like, let's say, later rounds when the Wonder Fizz appears, Vulture's Aid does actually increase random drops, which includes, like, essence and salvage and stuff. So they're just little things you can keep in mind. So we're going to now go and get the first upgrade for the weapon at the arsenal right here. There we go. Don't need to waste it on any ammo mods. That's not important. Okay, so it's going to say to investigate the mansion. Now, if you want to make this quicker, guys, I'm going to show you where to go to if you've never done this before. So it does actually already have him highlighted here. Sometimes it won't. Sometimes this game will literally not even highlight where the steps of the game are until you've gone and opened all the doors or some shit. Sometimes it's weird like that. So okay, the fuse. The guy's actually surprisingly not there. I've kind of cheesed it because I think it's because we're on a special round, so the normal zombie has just kind of died. I didn't even think I shot at him. So normally there would be like a maintenance guy, a security worker there, and you'd have to kill him and he'd drop the fuse. But for some reason, the fuse was already on the floor. So don't get confused by that, guys. Obviously, first get that fuse. And also the other place to go, which I don't know if it's highlighted it. The other one is you've got to go to a certain computer, which should actually be up here somewhere. So you go into this room, the director's quarters, and you want to shoot this computer. It'll spit out a circuit board. And, yeah, those are the only two components you actually need. It's just the circuit board and the fuse. Right, so here you are at the banquet hall. You're going to go around here. Obviously, the game tells you what to do. I'm just going to explain it anyway, just to make things a little bit less boring. Okay, and watch out, because a bunch of zombies are going to burst out the fucking elevator like that. Yeah, so I'm going to stun these motherfuckers. Too many of them. Get out of here, bitch. We could probably also Molotov them as well, speed things up a little bit. Okay, so now what you want to do is go to call the elevator. Let it do its thing. We're going to descend. So this is like the bulk of the setup now, because all you're really doing from here on is just doing a few little further steps. Okay, so here we are in the security overlook, and you can get your Pack-a-Punch right here. And yeah, what you're going to want to do whilst you can wait for your Pack-a-Punch is wait for the lab technician to appear in this circle. So we'll just get our kills and wait for him to spawn in, and it'll give us some time to get the Pack-a-Punch. Oh, useful. Alright, I love insta-kill. That shit's so good. Get that Pack-a-Punch 1. I would say you're going to need at least Pack-a-Punch 1, or maybe 2 if you want, but Pack-a-Punch 1 with at least, like, rare rarity or high or epic rarity. A bit like the first video. That's just going to be, like, the easiest way for you to kill those elite zombies as fast as possible. But obviously, if you have higher Pack-a-Punch, like Pack-a-Punch 2, it'll be even quicker. Kind of a no-brainer in the setup, to be fair, but there you go. He still hasn't spawned in. He does take a while to spawn in. It's a little bit finicky. Oh, another insta-kill. Holy shit, man. We're doing pretty well here. Lab technician. Where are you? He's taking sweet time. I don't know where this guy is, man. I don't know if it takes everybody the same amount of time. This is crazy. Oh, there we go. He spawned in. He's right here. Obviously, he's literally highlighted. Okay, he's going to drop a floppy disk. You're going to pick that up. And now we're going to head back up the elevator shaft. So where the fuck is it? It's here. Okay. And as you can see, it says to insert it into Janus's computer in the east foyer? I guess it's foyer, right? It literally tells you where to go. I don't know why I'm still instinctively trying to explain to you what to do. You're going to insert the floppy disk, and you have to wait for the dot matrix printer to complete. So, I don't think you have to be within the vicinity of it, so don't worry. You can run away from it if you're getting overwhelmed with zombies. It'll be done in due time on its own. You just kind of got to wait for it. I think what we could probably do after we've completed this video is actually do a comparison to the last video on how long the statistics took for the setup and then the overall strategy. Okay, right, we can actually take the note. Okay, so what will actually... I'm just going to pause this real quick. And I should pause this as well. What will actually happen here is when you get this note, it's either going to give you one of 3 words. It's going to give you, I think, code Yeti. There's like Yeti and there's like 2 other different words. So in this case, I've got Yeti. Head over here to the nursery right here. And I'm just going to quickly pause this again. So what you're going to do here is essentially take the letters in your 4-digit word and just look for them on the board. And the way you're going to crack this code is count the number of letters in the selection. So as you can see, these letters are grouped into groups, right? They're paired into groups. So here it says A-I-O-U-Y, okay? So there's 5 of them there. So that means any letter in that little group is equivalent to the number 5. You see what I mean? This one, Q and X, there's 2 of them. So if you get a Q or an X, it means the number 2. So that's what it means. It's very, very simple stuff. So, okay, so in my case, with Yeti, that means I've got to get a Y, so that's a 5. This one's going to be 7. 5, 7. And then the T is in there, so it's 8. 5, 7, 8 is my numbers so far. It can be kind of hard to remember stuff when you've got the pressure of zombies attacking you. So I would recommend leaving like one of the zombies just kind of walking around. That way it's easy for you to keep doing this. And my last letter is an I. So my I is in there, so it's 5. So mine's 5, 7, 8, 5. Okay, I'm going to remember that. 5, 7, 8, 5. I need to find the service tunnel airlock. So what you're going to do is come down here, go through here, and you're going to find this menacing looking door with this, zombie caught in it. So this is actually an elite zombie as well. So this is going to count to your progress, funnily enough. 5, 7, 8, 5. Okay, it's going to open, and we're going to kill this elite zombie. So, yeah, this is actually going to work as some nice progress towards your challenge. So it takes a little bit of progress off of those other elites. Because what you're going to actually need to do with the main strategy is kill abominations, which is a little bit more finicky than the other strategy I showed you last time. Because last time you could choose to either have abominations or manglers, depending on what happened when you spawned in and booted it up. Whilst this time it is strictly going to be abominations, but don't worry, obviously with the progress that this is taking to actually set the game up, you should actually be strong enough to kill it. So there you go. Yeah, see, it's done one bit of tracking right there. Yeah, we're going to take the severed arm. You're going to head into here and enter the armory. And inside of the armory, you're going to put the hand on the biometric scanner thing here. And it's going to give you a wonder weapon, okay? So I'm going to put that in my secondary. And you're going to use this wonder weapon to shoot this little thing up here, okay? In the service tunnel.
So what it's actually supposed to drop here is an empty canister. Now, if you don't get an empty canister like I didn't in this case, which is actually randomized, instead of actually going and doing what I did for the next 10 minutes, which is a complete waste of time, and it's only relevant for the storyline related stuff, what you actually want to do is instead go around to this other location. I think there's another location as well, but this location is quite easy to find, and it'll have another one of these crystal kind of things that you can break that will drop a canister there instead. The reason we're not completely following the directions of the storyline, and this is why I honestly have given walkthroughs of how to do this regardless of the game helping you through it, is because this is a prime example of where you should not be following the game's advice, because we're not actually needing all of these canisters, meaning we don't need to do this whole combat axe stage of the setup. We only need at least one canister, which can be retrieved from any 4 of these locations in the map. One of those is enough to allow us to use the machine that we use for this technique to spawn the elites in. So as you can see, when I came to the first crystal location, there was about 15 minutes on the timer, meaning if you had gotten it here, you would have only needed to go to the machine and you would have been able to start the progress already. And if you include an extra minute if you have to go to the second crystal location, you're really looking at about 15 to 16 minutes for time on the setup, which is the fastest yet.
And now we've got the abomination to kill. So instead of leading him to each stone and using his electricity, we're just going to keep rinse repeating and killing him. I think what we're going to do is reset the timer, and we're just going to start timing it now. Oh, fuck! Jesus Christ, be careful. It's very easy to get killed here, especially if you've not got the appropriate upgrades. I've been wasting a lot of them on combat axes, so most of you by now would probably have at least blue or epic rarity, I would say. So we need 9 of them now, because technically one of them's always going to be done by the actual setup. Down in the basement, there is a double Wonder Fizz machine at round 10, so you can actually start using that to increase the speed of your stuff, including like your weapons fire rate. So as you can see, you only actually have to wait a few seconds and bam, you can reactivate it. This is what makes this technique faster than the other one. And see, we've got another abomination in. So in 1 minute, we've already gone from one to the next one. So like I say, that was really simple in terms of setup. I just made it a lot more confusing. So I'm probably going to cut all of that bit out. Come on. There we go. Elite zombie killed. And now we can head right back up and do it all over again. So this is literally just a case of rinse repeat. We've done 3 now. So 1 included from the beginning of the game, obviously. There we go. Reactivate. Here he comes. Hello, Mr. Abomination. You could probably even weaken him as well with the ray gun. That's probably a smart way of speeding this up, because it is really strong as well. So I'm going to use the ray gun to just kind of speed this up a little bit. Okay, wait. Try not to... Be very careful not to kill them with the ray gun. That's 4. So even with Pack-a-Punch 2 and green rarity, we're doing pretty damn well with these abominations. Right, recharge again. Very quick stuff. See what I mean? This actually doesn't take that long to solve. About 20 minutes tops. There we go. That's another one. Easy as pie. Speed cola. Oh, got a loot key. So you can actually pick up loot keys off elite zombies and stuff, and you can take them to the armory, and it will get you some pretty cool rewards if you didn't know that. So come on, die already, you little shit. Little's a bit of an over-exaggeration. He's not exactly little. Don't you dare kill my one loose zombie, you little bastard. Right, he's very low. We've got to make sure not to kill that zombie by accident. I don't want to have more zombies attacking my ass. There we go, recharge again. See how quick this shit is? We've been doing this for about 5 minutes and we've got over half the progress done. If you're using a melee, I'd advise staying kind of really up close to him and just like constantly knocking at him. Because when you injure them, they can't really move very much. There we go. Elite killed again. I think that's number 7 now. Holy shit. Wait a few seconds. There we go. Oh, I think we must have accidentally killed the zombie, or maybe it got bored of walking around and it just died and then started a new round. That can happen sometimes. Right, focusing on that blue light. Obviously, that's the quickest way to kill them. Bam, he's dead. And I think now we've just got 2 more to go. Yeah, spawn trapping. I'm like that. Sorry, buddy. There we go. And 1 more now. 1 minute per elite kill. If you've got a higher rarity or a higher pack-a-punch than I have, you're probably getting 30 seconds or quicker. I think the other one took 15 minutes or 20 minutes to get all of the kills. This is like half of that. And boom. There you go. Elite zombie killed. And as you can see, we've now got Nebula Camo on the Cypher 091. That took 9 minutes. 9 minutes for 9 elite zombies. This is the fastest strategy by far. Right, so as you can see, here we are on my own video. Okay, the setup for the other one took 20 minutes. And then the actual strategy, yeah, took about 14, 15 minutes. We're going to just save and quit here. I can, like, boot up with another weapon and use the mystery box. So, that's another thing. If you actually want to grind your other weapons with this strategy, you don't have to keep making new games. You can actually go to the mystery box and sift through it, get a new weapon, and carry on grinding with a new weapon with this strategy. And if you don't know how to do this to make it easier, fun fact, if you are to set your weapon as a custom zombie build, I'll show it on screen where that is. It's in your class setup area. When you do that, you can actually buy your custom weapons with all your attachments and your camo on from the mystery box or from the wall buys. So let's say you've got Afterlife on all your guns and you're just waiting to do Nebula. You could finish all the 7 assault rifles by that logic in just an hour. Just an hour. 10 minutes per weapon. You can do all of them. That's how quick it is. But anyway, guys, that is the best strategy so far for getting elite kills in your Nebula grind for Black Ops 6 Zombies. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to smash a like on this video. Leave a comment, let me know what you thought of it. But other than that, hopefully this helps you out. And yeah, be sure to subscribe. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye, guys.